Hello everyone, Assalamu alaikum. Welcome back to Dr. Teeth. I hope that you all are safe in this pandemic. So as you can see, we are starting with pharmacology today. And in this video, we'll be studying about the drug dosage form. Now, as you can see, these are my Dr. Teeth notes. I have also started creating notes along with the videos. And you can download these notes. I will be sharing the link in the description box below. And once you download and go through it, please let me know if you like it, and I also anticipate your feedback so that I can improve. In this video, we'll be having a look at the various dosage form, and in the next video, we'll be studying about the routes of drug administration. Okay, so let's start with an introduction. What is a drug? So any chemical substance which can produce a biological response is a drug, and the drug is the active ingredient of the medicine. So the medicine not just has the drug, it also has other ingredients. We will be seeing this as we proceed in the pharmacology sessions. But for now, understand that drug is any chemical which can produce a biological response. Like if you have a fever, there is a drug that can lower the fever. So it is able to produce a biological response. Now, study of these drugs is called pharmacology. And this pharmacology, it is derived from a Greek word. So we can split it into two. That is pharmakon, which means drug, and logos means discourse in, and it basically means the study. So study or discussion about the drug is pharmacology. Now there are two main divisions of pharmacology, and these two topics are frequently asked in the examination, the pharmacokinetics and the pharmacodynamics. So the pharmacodynamics is what the drug does to the body, and the pharmacokinetics is what the body does to the drug. Coming to our main topic, the drug dosage forms. So various dosage forms are available like the tablets, ointment, injection. So we'll be having a look at all these in this chart. So I'm just going to zoom in for a while so that we can have a better look. Okay, so dosage forms can be divided into solids, liquids, semi-solid and vapor, or you can say this one is the inhalation. Now in the solid, we have the powders, tablets, pills, capsules, lozenges and suppositories. So what are these? We will be seeing them one by one. Now, powder, an example you can think of is ORS, oral rehydration solution, or the very popular Glucon-D, Turant Shakti Lai, koi nahi aisa, Glucon-D jaisa. Now, powders are not very comfortable since knowing how much to take can be difficult. So, in case a drug has to be given in a powder form, we have to give it in sachet. Then we have the tablets. Here also the drug is in powder form, but it is mixed with certain binding agents. And then it is molded into various forms. It can be circle, oval, and then the patient can swallow it. Now, tablets can be of two types. We can have sustained release tablet and we can have controlled release tablet. So what are these? So in the sustained release tablets, the drug particles have a coating on them. They are coated so that they dissolve at different rates. In the controlled release tablet, we have a semi-permeable membrane that will control the release of the drug. Then we have the pills. Nowadays, pills and tablets are used interchangeably, but pills initially were those medicines in which the powder was mixed with honey or syrup so that we get a sticky mass. And then that sticky mass was rolled into various shapes. Then we have the capsules. As you can see, we have a cylindrical container, and this cylindrical container is made up of gelatin. Inside this container, we have the powdered or liquid medicine. Now, when the patient takes this medicine, what happens? This coating will dissolve and the drug will be released in the stomach. So a type of capsule is known as enteric capsule. So such capsules, they are made such a way that they will dissolve on reaching the ileum. Also, we have one more term, spansules. These are extended release capsules. How do we extend the time? First, let me just write it here. The capsules can be enteric coated, and also we talked about the spansules. We saw that the enteric coated tablets, they will dissolve on reaching the ileum. And we have the spansules where we have the granules of drug and they will dissolve over a range of time. So the coatings are different. So what we are doing, we are coating them differently. Okay. Now, since the coatings of these granules are different, they will dissolve at different times. Then we come to the lozenges. Examples are Strepsils or Vicks. We usually take it when we have sore throat, especially me because I have a lot of sore throat. So lozenges, they are tablet-like, but we add flavoring sweetening agents. Why we add sweetening agents? Because they have to be kept in mouth for a long period of time. And slowly, when they dissolve, you have to take it in so that you get relief from the sore throat. Then we come to the suppositories. Now, they have a similar look like the capsules. Okay. Means they are also conical in shape or bullet in shape. And we insert it into the anus. There are certain drugs that we insert into the vagina. They are called as pessaries. While we have some which are meant to be inserted into the male or female urethra, that is called as bougies. So let me write these terms. Okay, so we have covered the solid dosage form: powder, tablet, pills, capsule, lozenges and suppositories. Then let's talk about, let me just clear everything out. Okay, so we have the liquids. Now liquids are available as aqueous solution, suspension, elixirs, drops, lotions, injections. Now aqueous solutions, as the name says, aqua means something is dissolved in water. So aqueous solution contain the drug which is dissolved in water. Then we come to the suspension. Now in suspensions we have insoluble drugs that are present in water. Then we come to the elixirs. Now it is a clear, pleasantly flavored liquid dosage form that contains drug dissolved in water and alcohol. Example, promethazine elixir for suppressing the dry cough. Then we have the drops. Now drops, these are actually very viscous liquids. So we can say it is a more concentrated solution. Then we have the lotions. Now lotions are meant to be applied on the skin surface and ideally we don't need to rub it. Now they can be solutions or suspension. Then we have injections. Everybody knows about injection. We have a sterile solution. It can be in an oily medium or a watery medium and we give it IM, IV, subcutaneous. Okay. Now we come to the semi-solids. Then we come to the ointments. Now ointments, you have to apply it on the external surface of the skin or eye or nasal mucosa. We apply ointments on the exterior like skin, ear, eye, and these are greasy. Now greasy because the drug is in an oily base. It could be paraffin or beeswax. Now what is the difference between ointments and creams? In ointments we have a base that is oil. But in the creams our base is water. Then we come to the paste. It is also non-greasy. Now these contains aluminum, chalk, starch. Then we have the gels. Now for making a gel, we take a viscous colloidal solution of gelatin and in that we add the drug. Then we come to the vapor, that is the inhalations. Now there are certain drugs which are in the form of volatile liquids or gases that can be given by this route. Also, if a drug is in the form of non-volatile liquid or even fine particle solid, they can be aerosolized using various equipments like a jet nebulizer, metered dose inhaler, PMIDs. What is this? Pressurized metered dose inhaler. Now, since aerosols reach the lungs, the efficacy of the drug will depend on the size of the particle. Now, if we have particles having diameter of 1 to 5 micrometer, and they will properly deliver the drug. But if we have smaller particles, they will not be settled anywhere and they will be exhaled out. The smaller size particles are exhaled out, while the appropriate size particles, they show the effect. You can cover your syllabus by enrolling in our Prime tutorials on our website. So do check that out. I hope you found this video helpful. I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Allah Hafiz. सच में गला खराब हो गया.